Hi, this is Dr. Rugenstein, and I am on the corner of what was Marshall Street and 14th Street in Troy, New York. And has to be remembered that Troy was at one time quite the industrial center of the United States. In 1850, a couple guys, George Harrison and William Knight, built a foundry here. Hold on, let me turn it around so you can see where we're in right now. But right on this corner, they built a 25 by 80 foot foundry, and it was called Knight and Harrison. Then in 1854, the Paine family got involved, and it was called Knight, Harrison, and Paine, and it was on both sides of 14th Street here, and then all the way down to the other end of this block. And so 1854 it was called the Knight, Harrison, and Paine. Then 1865 again, a guy named John Dunn became involved, and it was called Harrison Kellogg and Company. And then Dunn leaves, and it was called Harrison and Kellogg and Company. And then in 1881, William Sleicher, William Grippin, and Waldo K took over the property, and it was all right in here. So on May 1st, it became Troy Malleable Iron Company. And by the 1904 map, this is all gone. This was all where the foundry was in here. Originally on this corner. Those homes are later than that. Obviously, this home is much later than that. These homes right in here have been on since the 1880s. These homes here have been. But this was a foundry in here. And all through here, it was all foundry. You can't see much of it now. I don't think you can see much. It's all private property now. But in any case, this down in here, these homes were here. And it stretched from one side to the other. And 1883, Sleicher locked out some union workers. And then he had some non-union workers come in. Non-union workers come in. And it starts a riot. One guy gets killed. 2 get wounded. It all happened on a local bar, Mahan's, down on Congress. And we'll talk about that riot and things too. But by 1906, this is all gone. And the foundry isn't no longer there. Now this over here, I'm going to get out of the road. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know, but this all over here was part of the foundry on one side. I think that building right there, this was offices here. These were offices for the foundry at that time. There was a coal yard over on the other side there, back there. I don't know. This is all original to the foundry, I'm sure. You can see the decorations on the building. I don't see a stone with the date. No dates. But this is probably originally from the foundry. And then this was the offices here. These homes are rather new, I guess, if you want to think of it that way. But that whole side there, that whole side was foundry. And this side here from those homes I just walked by, all the way to the corner was all foundry also. Now as we walk over here, this is a restaurant again. It was an Italian restaurant. Now it looks like it's a Chinese restaurant. This corner has always been sort of open here that you're looking at. As I said, and of course, through all this, I have maps and things of that nature, so you can see what's what. But then this street's been here for a long period of time also, and this was all part of the foundry. All this was part of the foundry in here. This is an alley. Not quite sure how far it goes back in. But this was all part of those old offices here. You can see the front's been redone, but you can tell this is from the time period. This has been redone here. This is more modern. And then this is part of that building that I was talking about before. That was part of the. See, I think this is all. I don't know about how old that building is, but this one right here, those over on that street there, this is all part of the old foundry. That wall's new. That wall is new. But old door going in the back. Yeah, this is all part of the old foundry. Again, no dates on any of that. And this was coal storage in here, if I remember right on the map. Then again, this over here comes across. Oops. Someone's car's running there. But then again, this whole corner was all, not this corner, that corner was all foundry. All up through there. And we'll walk up this way and look down this little street here. Now this was all, again, this was both sides. It was all foundry in here. These buildings weren't here because this was where the original foundry was right here. I'm not sure when these buildings went up, but they are on the 1905 map. Hello.
Good, how are you doing today?
Good, and you?
Good, thank you.
That's great. That's 15th Street up there. Now this was again, this was all part of the foundry at one time. You can see the difference there. Probably the foundry came over to that hill, and that was a dividing point there. I'm not sure what we're going to see here. But we'll walk around. Yeah, see, this is this could have been part of the foundry at one time. No, I think it's just part of that house. This is just the back way in. Yeah, back steps. But this is all of the foundry here. And then over here, this was a tenement building up in there at one point. It's all private property now. And I'm not going to venture up into that. But you can see there's remnants of things there. I'm just going to step up here. Now, you can see where there was a building right there at one point. That's a basement. That's a basement. So in any case, this is our look at the Troy Malleable Works, Iron Works. Troy Malleable Iron Works. And this up in here was never part of it. That's But up over in here was where it was in the back here. So with that, I'm just gonna say thanks for looking at this place. Thanks for following along, looking at parts of history. I really appreciate that. Another piece of history of Troy that's sort of forgotten. So with that, I'm just gonna say goodbye. Have a good day. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, hit the like button, and tell others. See you later. Bye now. This is Dr. Rugenstein. Thank you for watching. I really, truly appreciate it. Please help me reach 5,000 subscribers. Have a good day.